Dear students, in this video I am going to cover some of the example programs because we understand that without practical the learning is not completed. So parallelly we'll be discussing the concepts and we'll be writing programs. So I'll be sharing my screen and I will be doing that program. I will be writing that program in DevC++, and today I will create a few classes and I will create some objects out of those classes. So let's start. So today we'll create one class called rectangle. So this rectangle class, this is the rectangle, and this rectangle has length. This rectangle has length and this breadth. So we'll have a object, we'll have a class rectangle, and we'll create objects out of that rectangle. So this is the class where we will design that class, and out of this class we'll create objects. So this is rectangle 1, this is rectangle 2, this is rectangle 3, this way. So here this is the design and this is the real rectangle. So here length and breadth, so suppose the length is 5 centimeter and the breadth is 3 centimeter. Here the length is suppose 10 centimeter, the height the breadth is 4 centimeter. Here it is 12 suppose, and it is 6. So this way these are the really existing objects, and this is the design. So let us create uh, a class called rectangle. So we talked about one thing, that object is having two things. One is data, another is function. So in case of rectangle we have length and breadth. This is these are the information or properties we have, and we have other things as properties, suppose area and perimeter. So here mm, uh, so these are the information associated with the rectangle. This is the data part, and the function part is calculate area. This is the function. Then calculate perimeter. So this is another function. So we, in case of rectangle, we have length, breadth, and we have area, and we have perimeter. And in as function we have calculate calculate area and calculate perimeter. So these are the function. So this thing will do in C plus, as in C++, in dev C++. We'll write this write the program. So let us go to dev C++. So this is the dev C++, where we can write a program. So let us open if there is any program. So okay, So let us create go to new, then project, then empty project. It is a C++ project, project 1. Suppose you can rename the project name, and your project will be stored, suppose desktop. You write C++ programs. Here you saved your project. So in this project, see, you can write your program in this file. Project is nothing but a repository or the folder kind of thing, which stores all the program, all the source file inside that. So we can write our program here as C++ program. Let us start writing the program. We are creating a class called rectangle, RECT as short form. So we will be, so this is the syntax. You have to give the definition of a class like this. You have to give this bracket, then curly braces, opening and closing, and following up a semicolon. So here we are creating the data part. So int length and int breadth and int area, int perimeter. So this is the data part. This is the function part. As I told, that we will be creating a function called calculate area. Okay, and this function will perform some action where area is equal to length into breadth, and another function we can another function perimeter, is two into length plus breadth. This is the formula. So let us have another function. So we can do one thing, we can display here also. Suppose, let us not make the program long, so we can write C out, then area, and same thing we can do in case of perimeter display. So this perimeter, suppose variable name is p, so after that, once we created a class, so we can create the, so there is another function required which will actually take see, I will explain this program. Let me just write the program for this timing. See here, I'm creating another function called input, which will take input, which will take value to this to these variables. So enter length and breadth. So this is the information. So it is like printf statement in C. So whenever we want to take any information in any variable, values in any variable, in that case we use printf scanf in C, and in C++ we use cin and cout. So this is length and this is breadth. So this is the syntax of writing the C++ program. Here we are going to create a variable object of that class. I told that class is the factory, and you can create objects as many number as you want. So in this case I'm writing the class name, which is rect in our case, and let us create an object called r1. So we can call r1 dot input, and we can call the function like that. It will be r1. So I can call r1 dot calculate area. So this compiler automatically giving you the option and showing you which function you want to call with this object. So we want to call this function, and let us save the program. File name is rect, suppose. So let us check it first, then I will explain how does the program work. compile the program. If there is any error, it will show you yes there is an error. So what error? Yes, we have written area, so there is no variable called area, it is a. No problem. So let us save and compile it again. See, you have to learn how to fix the error and how to find out the error in your program. So see, now no error and no warnings, so I can go for running the program. See, it is showing enter length and breadth. So actually I told you that in any program there is a function called main. In case of C, we have a main function from where the execution starts. In case of C++ also, we have a function called main, from where the execution will actually start. Compiler knows this main, and this will be the first statement which will execute at the beginning, and this will be a top-down approach, one after another sequentially. From this list of instructions, if there is any function call, then automatically this function call will take the execution point from this point to the function definition. So in this case r1 is the object, so with reference to the object r1 we are calling input function from this class. So here this is the input function is called, so automatically this will go, the compiler will go here and this will be executed, and enter length and breadth, this is printed. So we are in this position. After that, when we and this cursor is like holding the screen. How? Now because cin, here cin actually now it is executed. Cin means it is like it is prompting to take input from the user. So if we give 5, so 5 means L. See, again it is waiting, because for B we did not give anything, so it is waiting for the value B. So we are giving 2, suppose 2. So here this is the value. See, 10 and 14. See, these values have come together. So I will give a space or I will break the line, so you will have a better view of this output. See, 10 and 14. 10 means length into breadth. This is the area of the rectangle, and the perimeter is 14. 14 means 2 into length plus breadth. That means length plus breadth is 7. 7 into 2 is 14. Yes, our program is correct. So for the time being, we did not take any float variable. Float means where we can use the fractional values, 5.5, 10.2, like that. We did not take those values into our consideration. We have created integer variable as data member. Length and breadth always will be in integer, so it's for the easy understanding of the student. So let us make little bit of modification, because see here when we display we did not give anything like that. So we can do one thing. This is let us see how to put backslash n, means new line, in case of C++. If there is any error, no. So whenever you write any program, so you have to compile, because compilation is a process which actually converts this source code which is written in high level, in case of C++ or C, whatever the language you have, English like language, that language, the form is in high level, means user level, which user can understand, and that will be compiled, that will be converted, translated into machine level language. There are there is it's a total complex process of converting the high level language into machine level, low level, so we will not go to that. But for the time being, we will understand that this source code cannot be understood by computer, so this need to be compiled and to be converted into machine level, so that the machine, means the CPU, can understand. So in this case, you need to in this compiler, it is provided that you can compile, you can convert this high level code into machine level. So compilation is correct, so we can run again. So let us put values 5 and 2 again. So in this case, see, 10 and 14, two values we have received. 10 is for area and 14 is for perimeter. So this is one program. Hope you understood.